Well, she's the self-confessed biohacker and wellness queen, giving controversial advice to her followers.
2025 isn't just another year in the courtroom. It's shaping up to be one of the most intense in recent memory. As the justice system grapples with corruption, betrayal, and unimaginable cruelty, a series of high-profile trials are set to unfold. These aren't just legal proceedings. They're the kind of real-life horror stories that dig under your skin and stay there. From celebrity downfalls to secret cults exposed, the courtroom will once again become the stage where darkness is put on trial. Here are 7 disturbing trials to watch in 2025, each one more haunting than the last. Influencer who allegedly orchestrated a double life. Ava Sinclair, once hailed as the wellness queen of TikTok, was the face of clean living and inner peace.
You have a course like the one in question that is purporting to graduate individuals as a nutritionist, but core to the competency, they can only engage with health and healthy people. That is incongruent with what people expect when going to see those individuals.
Her pastel-toned videos racked up millions of views, and her followers idolized her seemingly perfect life. But in late 2024, investigators discovered something far more sinister hiding behind the herbal teas and daily affirmations. Sinclair is now accused of running an illegal prescription drug ring, using her platform to sell untraceable medication through an encrypted app tied to her coaching business. Even more chilling, 2 deaths are linked to substances sold under her name. As prosecutors prepare their case, the trial is set to examine the unsettling overlap of social media worship and manipulation. This trial could redefine how digital influencers are held accountable in the real world. The cult leader mom, Eleanor Glass, and the new Genesis. Eleanor Glass isn't your typical suburban mother. Behind her sweet smile was a secret community known as New Genesis, a self-styled spiritual movement that many now call a cult. Hidden in the forests of Oregon, the group promised enlightenment, but delivered isolation, forced labor, and mental control. Now, with dozens of survivors stepping forward, Glass stands accused of human trafficking, unlawful imprisonment, and psychological abuse. Prosecutors claim she used her own children as leverage to control others, presenting herself as a divine maternal figure. The trial is expected to feature harrowing testimonies, secret recordings, and ex-members who've waited years to speak. It's not just about justice. It's about dismantling the myths that shield predators when they wear spiritual masks. Ex-CEO on trial for mind control experiments. The neural loop case. Imagine signing up for a brain enhancement app and waking up months later unable to make decisions on your own. That's the horror at the heart of the neural loop case, one of the most bizarre tech scandals in recent history. Dr. Caleb Rowe, founder of the now defunct neuro-tech startup Neural Loop, is facing trial for allegedly conducting unauthorized brain interface experiments on thousands of users. Court documents claim that his beta app did more than boost memory. It altered user behavior using subliminal triggers. What began as an innovation story spiraled into a nightmare, with former employees now alleging they were blackmailed into silence. As this high-tech horror story unravels in court, it may change how brain-computer interface technology is regulated across the globe. Science fiction. No, this is happening, and the truth is scarier than anything Hollywood could write. Let's pause here. Feeling uneasy yet? These cases aren't fiction. They're being prepared for courtrooms as we speak, and they all point to one chilling truth. The monsters of the modern world don't always hide in shadows. Sometimes they smile for the camera. The siblings who turned on their parents. Grant family murders. Family secrets can be deadly. The Grant family was known in their upscale neighborhood for hosting charity dinners and Christmas events straight out of a Hallmark movie. But in 2023, the illusion shattered when police found the parents, Peter and Angela Grant, dead in their mansion, and their teenage twins sitting calmly in the kitchen. What followed was a nationwide media frenzy. Initially, the kids claimed to break in. Then came texts, deleted messages, and chilling journal entries. Prosecutors now allege that the siblings conspired to murder their parents over years of emotional control and alleged abuse. The defense argues self-defense born from years of trauma. The trial, expected to unfold in early 2025, will force the court to confront difficult questions about generational trauma, parental power, and whether children can be both victims and perpetrators. No matter the outcome, this case is destined to leave lasting moral scars. The cold case cracked by AI. The Parkman Woods killer. Artificial intelligence finally did what detectives couldn't: solve a 17-year-old string of murders once believed to be unrelated. In 2024, a university research group feeding unsolved case data into a pattern recognition AI flagged similarities in 5 old crime scenes in the Pacific Northwest. That led to the arrest of Elias Reed, a former forest ranger with no prior record and an eerie reputation for silence. Now dubbed the Parkman Woods Killer, Reed is accused of targeting hikers over a decade, staging their bodies in ritualistic ways, and leaving false trails to mimic natural accidents. Prosecutors have surveillance footage, DNA evidence, and digital footprints tying him to the crime scenes. But the defense claims the AI-generated data created confirmation bias. As this landmark case hits trial in late 2025, it won't just test Reed's fate. It will test whether machine learning has a place in the courtroom, or if it invites a new kind of injustice. Dead Man's Wife, Lydia Castellanos and the Disappearing Billionaire. When Mexican billionaire Arturo Castellanos vanished off the coast of Baja during a luxury yacht trip in 2022, everyone assumed it was a tragic accident. His body was never found. A year later, his wife Lydia appeared in Monaco with new documents, new wealth, and a completely different identity. In 2024, authorities arrested her in Spain under suspicion of faking Arturo's death for inheritance and offshore laundering. But it gets weirder. Investigators believe Arturo may still be alive, and that Lydia has been moving money for a secret organization with ties to global elites. The prosecution argues this was a calculated plot years in the making. The defense says she's being targeted as a scapegoat, and as this transnational trial unfolds with witness protection, offshore leaks, and international surveillance, it's more spy novel than courtroom drama. Eyes around the world are watching, because if Lydia's secret is real, then the conspiracy goes far beyond one man's death. The TikTok cannibal trial, Marcus Venn and the horror live streams, some cases just make your soul recoil. In 2023, Marcus Venn went viral on TikTok for his avant-garde cooking content, strange meats, odd rituals, a dark aesthetic that many assumed was satire. But when police raided his home in early 2024, they discovered something no one was prepared for: human remains in his freezer, journals filled with cryptic rituals, and a hidden live streaming server showing footage far too graphic for any platform. Authorities now believe Venn lured vulnerable individuals through dark forums, inviting them to join the feast under the guise of performance art. His trial, set for late 2025, will push the boundaries of digital horror and legal responsibility. Prosecutors plan to show how the internet can become a hunting ground, and how thousands may have unknowingly watched unspeakable acts masked as entertainment. It's not just a trial. It's a reckoning for how far online culture has fallen into darkness. These aren't just court cases. They're reflections of something deeper unraveling in our world. A sickness in the systems we trust, in the screens we stare at, in the people we follow. From fake gurus to social media predators, the 2025 trial calendar reads like a dystopian warning. And yet, there's something important here. Justice is still being pursued. Survivors are still speaking out. Truth is still fighting to surface. These 7 disturbing trials remind us of the shadows lurking behind the modern facade. But they also remind us that light can still break through. If you found this breakdown as haunting as we did, you'll want to check out our next video. Teen brags about murder in viral YouTube video. Because sometimes, what you don't know really can hurt you.